Welcome back. In this lecture, we will going to discuss about the constructors. A the constructor is automatically called when the object is created before the new operator completes. Let's take an example: class student. Okay, here in a equal to 10, int b equal to 20, right? No, we have to declare the variables. First of all, we have to declare the variables, then create the constructor. Here student is the constructor. Okay, constructor for the student class, right? Here a equal to 10 and b equal to 20, and just print the output as standard out.println a and b values are assigned. Okay, a and b values are assigned. It is a constructor. Now create a one method void display or show data. No, void display, not void add. Have to add this both two numbers, right? Void add system dot out dot println. Now the message like addition of two numbers equal to plus of a plus b, right? And create another class student 2. Okay, with the main method public static void main string values. Okay, now we have to create the object. Okay, and student s1 equal to new student, right? It is a constructor test. Okay, it automatically calls the constructor. He created the student. Oh, it is a constructor for the student class. So when we are creating an object, when the new operator, no, I already said that a constructor is automatically called when the object is created. Okay, here S1 is an object we created successfully before the new operation completes. Okay, before the new operations, right? It is a constructor. It automatically calls here. Okay, it is one constructor. Now S1 dot and call the method which is existing in the class to the object S1. Okay, now save. Have to save with the class name which the main method is existing in the particular class Java, right? So I already want to replace or replace it. Not a problem. Okay. Then change the directory to the where the file has located. Then compile that Java. Okay, it compiles. It's compiling no error found. Have to execute student 2, right? So here is the print the message like that. A and B values are assigned addition of the two numbers equal to 30, right? It's automatically called here, right? It is already called here. Then it assigns the A equal to 10 and B equal to 20, and you also prints the message A and B values are assigned. Okay, it is a constructor. It's automatic called without any the user interface or user any action, without giving any action to the user. It automatically calls. It is an advantage of the constructor. Then we calls the method which is present in the class name void add with the object s1 dot add. Then it prints the addition of the two numbers equal to a plus b. No? It is a basic program of the constructor. Yes. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the constructor with parameters. Okay. If you given the parameters, no, it is default I mean already assigned the values to the variable here. Now we declare you're passing the parameters to the particular variables, no, in x comma into y. Okay, instead of 10 and 20, just place it as x and y. Here it is a calling method. Have to place here as 10 comma 20. Okay, now save it and execute again. Have to compile it again. If anything modify in the program, have to compile it. Okay, then it shows, oh, you get the same or no. You want just change the parameters to get the clarity, because in the previous examples also I preferred that 1020. Okay, just compile it and execute it. So we get the addition of the two numbers equal to 20, right? In a previous example, we are already assigned the a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. Okay, now we are assigned the variables value by using the parameters. Okay, the constructor is used as the parameter also. Okay, by mentioning the values or parameters within the student. Okay, now we're going to discuss about the constructor overloading. Overloading is nothing but the same name, same constructor name with a different parameter. Okay, different parameter. That take example of the a comma b comma c and the float t comma f. This is a variable I declare. Just remove this message and created another constructor with the same name. Here int x comma int y comma int z, right? Now how to assign the a equal to x, b equal to y and c equal to z. Okay, then write the method add one. Okay, it is a method present in the class. Have to add the three variables. Println addition of three numbers equal to concatenate y plus a plus b plus c, right? Okay, let's create another constructor with the same student. Here instead of integer have to float d comma float f, right? And d equal to d only. You have to give the same name also. You have to, if you want to change it, then change it also x comma y to clear the confusion which is the parameters and which is the variable. We have to change the variables. If you don't need if you don't need to give the names, you have to place it of the same name also. So no, not at all problem. And d equal to x and f equal to y, right? Create another method for the add 2 equal to system dot out dot println addition of the floating numbers, right? Float numbers equal to plus of d plus f. Okay, now come to here. Have to give the constructors. Student created the another object s2 equal to new of student. Now have to give the parameters. First 10 is two integers. Okay, that's three integers, not 10 comma 10 comma 10. Give the common numbers, not a problem. And student s3 equal to new of I give 23. Started in mistake. S3 equal to new student of. Okay, now we have to give the floating point numbers, no, 2.3 f and 4.5 f. Have to mention the f letter for the floating values. Now s2 dot add and s3 dot add all the methods. Sorry, add not add one, here add one, and add two. Just save it. It executes the and compile it again. No error found. Successfully now. This is the output. You get the addition of two numbers equal to 20, addition of three numbers equal to 30. We already mentioned that first the two parameters 10 10, the addition is equal to 20, right? And the three parameters 10 10 10, that means 30. The floating numbers 3 20, 2.3 and 4.5 is gives the output as 6.8, right? Let's go through it clearly. It is the constructor overloading. Overloading is nothing but using the same name but different in the parameters, all having the same constructor but different parameters is there. Now it's the main advantage in the constructor. It will set the matching parameters and matching length of the parameters. Like if the student, no, it is a student 10 comma 10 using the two integers parameter, that it will be search for this. It is a student with two integer parameters in x and in y. So it will move to here. It will not move to any one of these here because it is an integer with having the three inputs or three parameters, right? It is an invalid, it is a floating point. No? It is the main advantage of the constructor. Okay, it will move to here with the parameters of the 10 comma 10 and it will assign to the a and b values. After it assign in the object s1, when we through the object s1 we call the add method, right? We can call the add method. Then in add method prints the addition of the two numbers a plus b. Okay, this method now. Before modification, we have to mention this method. Okay, if you are mention this method in here, after it will be modified with the a equal to new parameters like 10 or something else. So it will use the output as not correctly, it's invalid. So before modification the variable, we have to print the output. Okay, this is how the constructor overloading will use it. Now we will going to see about the default constructor, right? Default constructor. Let's take some new file. Okay, just change the syntax to the Java. Okay, let's create the same class student. Class student. Now it's private in roll number, private string name, right? And now giving the method public void show data or print data, whatever you want. Show data, it is a method which is present in the class student. Now here printing system dot out dot println roll number equal to less of roll number, system dot out dot println name. Okay, sorry, name equal to less of name, right? Then close this class and sorry, okay, then created the another class one, public class. Here we just a default constructor, right? Default constructor, and within public and static void main. So main method string args. Now you have to create the name for the student class, right? Student s1 equal to new student of by creating the object. Now we have to print the s1 sub object of data show data, right? store data. Let's save it. From constructor to Java, right? Let's compile it. Sorry, Java C define constructor.java. It compiled no let from Java. That's executed Java define constructor. Okay, it's bring the default constructor. Defaultly, the roll number is 0 and name is null. That means it is an integer type, no? So integer type, the default is must be placed with the 0 and string with null only. Okay, we have mentioned here, no? This program is the best example for the default constructor, right? Then another important is a copy constructor. Okay, copy constructor, we can copy the same constructor also. Like, let's to get more clarity, that goes to with an example. Okay, don't worry. Let's create a class student 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 int id, right? Int id and string name, and create a constructor student of int I means id and string name, no, n. Just take whatever you want the variables. Id equal to I and name equal to n. Okay, then created the another constructor student of student s. It is a constructor, right? It is a one type of constructor. Let's go through it. Experiment later. S dot id dot id name equal to s dot name. Okay. Now have to display the message like void display system dot out dot println id and the name equals to, right, id plus name. Okay, like now created the main method in the class only, not a problem. Public static void main string charges. Create an object for the student s1 equal to student of that gives an 19 and John. Give the parameters, right? Create another object s2 equal to new student, and here we are passing the object s1 dot display and s2 dot display. Okay, let's save it. Student.java. Okay, and let's compile it. Java student.java. Oh, sorry, it says I written the spelling mistake. Yes. Small mistake. Compile it again. No error response. To execute it. Java student. So it will print the both or same, no? It will copy. It is the copy constructor. Okay. Whatever the parameters we mentioned with the object s1, the same is copy here for the another constructor or another object for the s2. It is a copy constructor class. Okay, now here the student int I and string n. No, when the object s1 is created, is called is parameters passing to here, and it will assign to the 19 and the John here. Okay, and we have created the another constructor, right? S student s with the same student name with the parameters. Is now here we are passing the constructor only. Okay, we have passing the constructor, copy constructor. Okay, here the s1 with the previously created the s1 now, that will copy here and it is called here, and it prints the same as it is which we mentioned in the above. Then it will be displays the both output as same. So this is the concept of the constructors. Okay, I hope your concept is very clear. Any doubts, please comment.